It says live. I think we are live.
Oh, is it? Okay. There's always a delay. So we probably are live, which, yeah. Hello, everybody. We are live. Welcome, welcome.
Hello. Welcome, everyone. So I'm wondering, how do you see if you're live? I always normally get this notification. There it is from YouTube, and then I know we are live. But when I watch the live afterwards, I always see that we are like already
Yeah.
before that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It always goes like, so for me, it's still showing the bar that's like preparing to go live, even though during that time, anything we say is part of the live.
Yeah. So
That's why I'm always
I hope that
silent.
I
Oh,
don't have some strange behavior exposed to
no.
the world. But anyway, if that's the case, so be it.
Yeah, no. No, like I said, I'm still getting used to YouTube and I'm actually working on getting like it all together with going also with Facebook where you tie it all together. But the thing with Facebook, they make it more complicated. So you have to like open up your Zoom and then go into Facebook and open up your Facebook and then go back to Zoom and connect it. So it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah, yeah. So if anyone listening in who has some tips or ideas on that, always welcome. You know. Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
So
yeah.
and, and that said, I hope that everyone listening in is already a member of our Facebook group and does follow our socials. If you did so, you probably know by now that we do a great midwinter event next Saturday.
Yes.
Um, one at 8 p.m. Brussels time for the Europeans, and one at 2 p.m. How do you call it? American time, somewhere like that,
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Eastern. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I do everything by Eastern. So just because then, people can, different time zones.
everything Morgan said, but
Yeah.
better than I.
No,
So, but besides that, so please make sure that you are part of that because it is really great. The people who were part of the first series of our events with the Halloween Hidden Gene, they know how great it was, how great the interaction was, how much they could take from that. So, yeah, be part of it. It
Mhm.
is really great. We hand out a lot of stuff. You will learn some things I pretty much sure you never knew before. So that makes sure that this year, the midwinter or Christmas annual feast or whatever, uh, you look at it, will be a lot different in regards of other years because now you know the real depth. And every time you look at a Christmas tree with a star on top of it, it will have different associations. I'm pretty much sure. So we will explain in a lengthy, very layered essay how that all came about and what's the
Yeah.
function behind it and who is Santa and
Yes.
why is Santa called Old Nick.
Yes.
That's really logical and it goes much, much further than you think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And especially even before all of our discussions, I've been reading your PDF, which is fascinating because, and I'm not going to give like too much away, but it even goes deeper to that on levels like you don't even think about, like things that you've heard of, but exactly
Mhm.
how they connect and that this is what people actually did back in the day. Not that, it's just fascinating.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to give too much away. So,
No, and besides that, for the we know that there are many. No, most people are interested, I guess, in the in mystery in general. But I know for now because until now we had all those tarot and cartomancy orders we at the best in the world, and there are still yet to come interesting people, in the field of cartomancy. So I know that a lot of tarot enthusiasts are following us, listen to our podcast and all that. But maybe so there is this midwinter festival. So, but that does not mean that it's somehow only for pagans or whatever. It just gives an historical overview. It's anthropological, but it's also it points out syncretism. and points out how it is. But especially, you will learn by the essay how to view symbolism, how to reason like archaic people did. And the big advantage in that is that I somehow give an extra depth on 3 tarot cards. And it's
Yeah.
the devil, the fool, and the dead card. And they are all somehow involved in the overall symbolism of the midwinter. And I can assume that now your jaw drops on the table. And I know that might sound strange, but it will be perfectly logical after all.
Oh yeah.
So
And
you don't have to even be interested in pagan festivals or in Christian festivals, but I can assure you that you get a broad view on those tarot cards. And we already somehow lift the tip of the veil because we will, next year, 2026, this year we had to just jump out of the plane and land. We did it our way, Morgan and I. So not too much scripted. We do it, the way we want it. We could have maybe done it faster or whatever, but we just want to do it our way, old school. And we will provide a lot of events in 2026. So then the ball really gets rolling. And we will come up with a lot of new courses, especially on the Petit Lenormand, which I will come out with a brand new publication, which goes further on the old school method of distance, but is much more layered. And we zoom in on particular areas. I'm
yes.
very much looking forward to do something on tarot history.
Yeah.
And as Morgan knows, this is somehow I wanted to be my my Magnus open, my big work. I always wanted to do that, but the time is always a factor. I'm very much busy in entrepreneurship and all that. But this is my child, so mystery channel. So this is something I really want to engage in. Yeah, and this side interest in symbols, initiation, all that. But especially
Yeah.
tarot and tarot history is something for me very important. And like we already said, we will give also in that regard a whole different perspective on the phenomenon. And I'm really looking forward to do that. But here, that part of those 3 cards inside of the midwinter festival is somehow, yeah, how you call it? A teaser of how it will be. So
Yeah.
then you
Yeah.
can also sense the flavor and get already the point of view we will take in that. So
Yes.
there is
Yeah.
something in it for everyone. So
Oh yeah.
don't be afraid if you hear it's about midwinter. Yeah, but when I write an essay, yeah, of course it's about midwinter, but it's also about the syncretism. It's also a psychological, something there for everyone to take on each
Yeah.
level.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's the two, because like as I'm reading through it in ways that you didn't even realize connected, it gives such, especially with the 3 cards, like now that I am diving more into the history, like from your essay, just it's in ways that you wouldn't even expect it. And you'll definitely be using the cards differently and thinking about them differently after this. Like
Yeah.
you won't even
If you
guess
want
it.
to, yeah. If you want to connect dots and you want to have everything in order, you need to read it.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. But
Yes.
anyway, but it's not only about midwinter. I also always talk about syncretism, and there is something really, I find there is a richesse in all those Christian saints because they took over, old concepts, pre-Christian concepts, but they also gave it a very new folkloric feel, and
Yes.
there's a great edge on that. Even, like people who are somehow more in Wicca or like contact magic and all that. There's also something with especially in Roman Catholic eras where I live, like in Belgium and the southern of Holland. There's a big veneration of saints with
Hmm.
also contact magic. And for instance, we come there with in the midwinter, we also talk about Saint Lucia, which is somehow not as popular as the wild hunt with Odin or the Christianized like Saint Nicholas with his blackened followers, either demonic or some clownesque figures.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, we talk about so many things, but especially Saint Lucia here. When people had a sore throat back in the days, they somehow had a magical thing because in the legend of Saint Lucia, she's beheaded,
Oh,
and
yes,
then
yes.
people took a red small cord and they put it around her neck and they did a prayer. So that's something, not really initiatic, but it's like, yeah, it's a ritual. So you somehow dive into something and you do a prayer. And I really like that. And especially the saints, especially where I live, took on those things of the old gods
Yes.
or the house gods or yeah, whatever. There's a really great yeah era in that to see the folklore and to understand where it comes from and where it will head. We
Yes.
live in a magical world.
Oh, yes.
You have to
Yeah.
see it. So
Yeah.
we make
No.
sure that you can put on your magical glasses that you see it because it's around you. You just have to see it. It's like confirmation bias.
Yeah.
Like you buy a new car and all of a sudden you see everyone has the same BMW or the same whatever label. Yeah,
Yeah. Yes.
that's the same with that. Once you are aware of the magical history and all that, you can not unsee it.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. And exactly that's why you have to consider to be part of the event. And besides
Yeah.
that, it's fun, it's easygoing, we connect, it's old school. Even though we are scattered all over the world, this really has to feel that we are in the same place.
Yeah. It
So
does.
how
Yeah.
that's also magical. I'm
Yeah.
not really fond of all modern things and AI and all that crap, but we should not throw out the child or the baby with the bathwater either, because
Yeah.
this makes that we can do real great work universally.
Oh, yeah. And spreading all this information too, especially with people trying to find their own way forward with the holidays, being able to learn all this history, seeing how it connects, and even
Yeah,
utilizing resources, like you said, with the cord or their tarot cards, now learning this new history, being able to
yeah,
add layers to how they move forward.
yeah. And it's all aimed on inspiration. It's not dogmatic.
No.
But my research is always, I really want to know the traditions. I want to really know the raw material. And then, but I
Hmm.
just put it out there
Hmm.
with Morgan and we give it a creative edge. But that's
Yeah.
not be all and all. But I am pretty much sure that the stuff we bring is really, really deeply researched, and I have the big advantage to have so many great people around me who are my mentors who know much more than I maybe ever be possible to know.
Oh, no.
But I have them all around me, and I always can ask them questions, and they give me insights. That's really great. So I am really
Yeah.
thankful to all my mentors, and I know once in a while you look. So thank you very much. You know who you are, but also be aware of the fact that it goes through them, through me, right in your
Yeah.
living room.
Yes. Yes. And
That's
that
magic.
is, yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. That is the beauty of being able to do this. You're sharing all of this
Yeah,
information, making sure it doesn't die and it's remembered. And This is going to be the
Yeah,
year where it's just reinventing itself back into how people celebrate.
yeah. And I don't want to mingle in how you do, so I just put it out there.
Yeah, definitely. Just seeing if there's any comments because right, it's a few people watching, so I want to make sure I'm not missing questions.
Yeah. Yeah, people, and you can just ask questions whenever you want. We won't call out your name on
Yeah,
the internet as long as you want, will not do it. So don't be afraid to engage. If you don't want to do it now, please send us a DM. We are still old school. We can still handle this now, but I'm pretty much sure that we at Mystery Channel will be very big in the future. But I
yeah,
always want to keep that one-on-one old school contact for some
yeah,
kind of reason. I don't know how we will do that, but we will do that.
yeah.
But
We're gonna figure it out. That's
we will
the thing.
figure it out
Yeah,
on route.
that's
Everything
the
is
thing.
possible.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's how I work best. If I plan things out, it never goes to plan. But if I just jump right in and just start doing stuff, it always goes right. It's always the right way to do it. It's always specific to that person,
That's also what I say. Just jump and then you have to land. Then
Yeah,
most people are
exactly.
at best.
More and yeah, and if you're just jumping without a plan, it's always more creative.
Yeah. And jumping, daring to take a leap into faith, we will prove that on the 13th of December because we will do a Petit Lenormand event. And
Yes.
I already lift a peak of the veil. We will come with very new Petit Lenormand material, which is an extension of my books. But the event is also in preparation of that. We will do really special stuff. You will find out, you will find it via our socials. But since I am a hypnotherapist, I will do something very special with that. And I make sure during this event with a live hypnotherapy session. Yeah, you cannot maybe call this one therapy because it has no therapeutical aim, but I will provide a story that will land right into your subconscious mind about the content that we talk about. And it will be about the method of distance. I will make sure that your imagination gets kindled in the way that suits you best. And we do
Yeah.
that with a live not a live hypnosis session. That's the way I have
Yeah.
to call it. If we
Yeah.
make sure you get better in regards of health, mental or physical, we could call it therapy. But now it's like more, yeah. You can also see it like, really deep hypnosis where we anchor that's what we just learned. And that's
Yeah.
something new, that's something maybe strange, but this will be the next big thing. I'm
Yes.
pretty
I
much sure about that. So that's also
oh,
the big advantage. So we make sure we do something strange in the safety of your own living room. You just have to close your eyes, and I make sure that what we provided as content that it really lands in your subconscious mind, so that you can make use of it right away.
yes. Yeah. And that's the best way to start the new year too, because it's on December 30th. So it's a great way to spend about ready to leap into the new year.
Yeah, and please don't wait with the things you say to yourself that you will do better until then. No, you have to start with it right away. And you have this
Yeah.
chance, you just have to subscribe,
Yep. Yeah. Don't
and
think
we
too
will
fine.
make the best of it. And you won't
Yeah.
regret it, I'm pretty much sure. So maybe
Oh.
if you want to be part of it, or maybe you know something who you want to make a special original gift
Yeah.
instead of the same socks every year under the Christmas tree, or, or the flask, the bottle of wine you got from your neighbor that you passed through.
Yeah.
Give someone something with
Oh,
real value.
yeah.
That's also optional.
Oh yeah. For either one, giving him the gift of like so much stuff. First, the midwinter thing with history of the everything you just talked about with the cards. but also like your PDFs alone, 100 pages, you're basically getting them a book as well as a, live event, as well as
Yeah, I
conversation,
do think
as
so.
well as a fun
Yeah,
time.
I always struggle with writing. I really like to write, but long writing tasks, always, I'm like a scatterbrain. I want to jump on all stuff, want to be. That's for me really hard. But without knowing, I wrote a book
Yeah.
with the content of the Winter Warriors, so the Midwinter, and the Halloween Hidden Gene. So that
Yeah.
together was almost like a 160 page or so. That's a really good book. So I'm really thankful for that. But now I learned that this, for me, the best way to write, even though it really cost me a lot of time and I was far past the deadline
Oh,
with Morgan be angry on me.
no.
But this is also the way for me to go to do it in like smaller snippets, albeit
Yeah.
smaller, it's 100 pager. But then I can oversee the task, and that's is for me better to write. So it's like a win-win situation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. And well worth it, definitely. Plus, we had some stuff to distract people with because we're still doing our 8-day shadow work countdown. And then I have an intention free workbook. So some stuff to
Yeah.
like do before you dive into the main event and read the PDF. So timed out perfectly when it was meant to.
Yeah, be part of it. And you can also catch up with it. Morgan
Oh, yeah.
is very creative with giving the right tasks to prepare the right atmosphere to somehow kindle that was right, because she is the diviner. She is like the intuitive.
Thanks. And it's fun, especially if you jump in today. Today is all about the archetype of Krampus and how that plays into the shadow work of what you're dealing with going into the darker months. So
Yeah.
what chains kind of are holding you.
Yeah, and those chains, they're always, a big thing also in iconography.
Hmm.
And everything to do with chains and with cause. There is so this archaic element, especially in the European culture, with binding. So
Hmm.
you're somehow bound to one way of being or in one dimension, and you have to untangle yourself, rise up or descend, and then you're like bind again.
Yes.
And you see that everywhere, and that also starts even with in Plato's cave, like in Greek mythology. They are like
Mhm.
bounded by chains. They are
Yes.
somehow bounded in a reality which is not a reality. There is
Yeah.
always next, and you also see this in the Wild Hunt, because in that will you also see or read in the essay. For some kind of reason, people slept change through the streets. And you can understand that eerie noise. So they wanted to somehow make noise coming really from hell. It
Yeah.
has to be eerie.
Yes.
Yeah, and a chain. My God, a chain has something really cold and also eerie. Something, that's
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely. And biting, like it's meant to like
yeah,
bite into the skin and really drive it in.
yeah,
Lessons there.
and
So,
there's also this edge of constraint, always constraint.
mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, yeah. Especially with
And
like, go ahead.
yeah, and constraint has to do with the devil and the old understanding of what is devilish or what has to do with the underworld. And that's
Mm-hmm.
also why the essay is so layered. So I start with from the archaic pre-Christian view, but then I start to explain it how it was encaptured by Christianity, and then they
Mm-hmm.
changed it
Yeah. Oh, yes.
with a saint controlling demonic figures.
Yeah.
as the triumph of Christianity over hedonism slash evil. So everything not Christian was seen as
Oh
heathen.
yeah.
Even other monotheistic religions, as
Mhm.
Islam and all that, was seen as heathen.
Oh yes. Yes.
And now you think, oh, but now you're drifting far off the core. No, I'm not drifting far off the core, but that's very much important. But how that is, you will read that in the essay.
Exactly. And that's like, yeah, and that's worth it to do anyway, just for that part in the live.
Yeah.
It's all the pieces coming together that we think is separate, but really isn't. It's only meant to be
Yeah.
that by people who wanted to rewrite history.
Yeah. And I'm really happy that you all can find it out and that we, from there on, can, yeah, research together.
Mm-hmm. Oh
And if
yeah.
you somehow know wherever you are on the globe, Southern America or whatever, then I would love to hear from you if this is also a part of your culture, or
Yeah.
if your culture do something the same, because that's most of the time the case from perennial view. But I really want to know, yeah, how is that at yours? And that there is
Mm-hmm.
this really great stuff, because like in Europe, there was this tradition to um, paint you black with soot and all that in order to somehow do a shape shifting and you become a other world person.
Yeah. Yes.
Whilst an African tribe is the other way around. They make
Yeah.
themselves white with chalk or something like that in order to express the other world. That's something really amazing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh yes. They do that in the Norse too. The black masks of the shaman to like to
Yeah,
go to be like
that
connected to the underworld. Yeah.
yeah to the underworld, and you take that's like a shape shifting. It's like a shape shifting,
Yes. Yeah. Because they did the
and
smoky.
yeah, and that was already the case, like with the Greek tragedies,
Yes.
and there the masks were called the persona, and
Mhm.
persona is actually the carrier of the voice. But whose voice? Yeah, the voice of who you become. So it could
Yeah.
either be a hero or a god residing on the Mount Olympus, and
Hmm.
that mask takes your body and your voice to communicate. But it's not your voice, you're somehow
Yeah.
directed. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the idea.
Yes. Projecting. Oh yes. Becoming that. Becoming whatever the mask, yeah, you're wearing.
Yeah.
Integrating it. Yeah.
So that's also an act of shamanism. It's like shape shifting. You become the
Hmm.
mask.
Yes.
You step
Yeah.
in a time for now and forever.
Oh yeah.
Mythical time.
Yes. Well, that's why, yeah, why masks were more important back then, but now they're more costume nowadays. So it's really going back into that history again of that as well.
Yeah, the strange thing is people still do their stuff. People still put on the Christmas tree. People still hang their socks on the chimney in order to get their candy. That's something I understand is very popular in America.
Oh
And
yes.
that also flew over the last years here. But we had some other traditions, but it's just another costume, but it is about the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but these elements we still do without knowing why we do so. But isn't that mysterious that we just do it?
Hmm. Oh yeah. No, definitely.
And I've somehow this is my task to, in order to explain why you still do that.
Hmm.
Where did it
Yeah.
come from?
And the ritual, yeah, because it brings like more of a ritual into it than knowing why you're doing it, more of a
Yeah,
the symbolic
and
meaning.
you don't have to. Yeah, and you don't have to be a religious zealot, or you
Mm-mm.
neither do you have to be spiritual in order to be ritualistic. But
Yes,
even though
no.
if you're a hardcore atheist, you also go to a grave and you also find that your deceased have to have a ritual to show your respect or to show your whatever. So it's not a case of just make a hole and yeah, throw something in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, we need a ritual to. We are ritualistic creatures,
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
and it
And
goes further than believing or not believing.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, because most of the times you do those things without even knowing it. Birthday cakes or
Yeah, birthday
people like
cakes.
you in the seeds.
Whenever you are ready with university, where
Yes.
you get that thing on your head, like in
Yes.
America, it's also very popular. Did you know,
Yeah.
by the way, that it's also like a square and a circle?
Yes.
So you are in
Yeah.
between matter
Oh,
and
yeah.
spirit. So
Mm-hmm.
you somehow made a
Yeah.
fusion of both. So you upgraded yourself. But
Yeah.
anyway, so and you don't have to be religious, and but you just do it, and it gets
Mm-hmm.
you somehow needed to make a moment of wonder to make it special, but also
Yeah.
to give you an adequate way to deal with circumstances
Yeah.
somehow. Do you understand what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So
No, I do.
we it's like if we really don't know how to deal with circumstances, but then there's tradition who says who you have to say bye to your deceased loved ones, how
Yeah.
to how
Oh,
to give respect to someone.
yes. That's like, yeah, the different funeral rites, the different ways each culture or even each religion, each
Yeah,
person does their way of saying goodbye. Very, very ritualistic. Yeah.
yeah. So that's also yeah, we are deep ritualistic creatures,
Yeah.
but we also need rituals to have the best possible reaction, particular but also general.
Yes.
And the wild hunt midwinter is a ritual because it's somehow synchronized with
Mm-hmm.
the sun cycle always.
Yeah. And
And
that goes
even by
back to the,
realizing this, it gives more depth to, or it could at least give more depth to all those annual feasts, to holidays, and all that.
hmm
So, yeah,
oh, yeah. The cycles of nature and how people celebrate them definitely very ancient from like the shamans, druidry, how the
yeah,
Norse do it. Very sacred in the, yeah, passing of the seasons.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really great, so my expertise is like the Indo-European history. Yeah, that is my niche. That's also the only thing I know much about, but also want to find out
Yeah.
wherever you are in the world, how you can compare or how you do it different. That is that's my candy store.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I love to hear how people celebrate too, especially if it's, from something their grandma did, something they brought with them through the years, because it's
Yeah,
usually dates back to where they were from originally, and how they decided to celebrate for the times, just like the orange. Like in Germany,
yeah,
world wars, they would get just orange and apples for Christmas, but yet we still get the orange and apple in our stockings because it's brought forth from that time.
yeah. And there are also different takes on that, even regional different takes. And that's really interesting. So you somehow, yeah, I always say that it's you develop the muscle of conceptual thinking.
Yes. Yes. Yeah,
So yeah.
I like
So
it.
it's like a live Sudoku. It's like a live,
Yes.
also escape room. Yeah,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But there's I know because it's not saying it too much though, because I don't want to give away what we're going to be talking about there or the PDF, but just the kind of like the idea, because it's going to be way deeper, a lot more information, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
yeah. Mystery Channel is like mystery itself is experience based.
Yes. And that's,
Words will never be enough to explain it, and words can only ruin it.
yeah. But I actually like though that we do the talking mostly. It's not just something you read, because a lot of times when people read something, they'll skip over things or put it off to later, where we do
Mhm.
more of the interactive, the podcast, the talking, because
Yeah.
it's something that's more ingrained in you, and you actually hear things that you want to hear, seeing it differently. So like
Yes.
you're saying,
Right.
more interactive. It's an experience.
Yeah. And that's the big advantage if you listen whenever you hear this and you subscribe right away,
Yeah.
you will get the PDF beforehand. So if you feel a necessity to ask during the event, we make time from that. There is a question round, and you can also
Yeah.
give your remarks. Like I said, Morgan and I we will really we are not scripted. I want
Yeah.
to be surprised. I want
Yeah.
to jump in there and I want to feel that heat of the moment. So, but
Yeah.
if you subscribe now, you are able to read in the PDF and then you can ask it right away. But if you just subscribe a little bit later and you read it afterwards, we are still available for questions. So that's no problem. But
Yeah.
in order to make the most of it, yeah, it's
Yeah.
much smarter that you do it right away.
Yes. And we have a special group that you can join, like a Facebook group that's just a private thing, where we have been already diving deep in discussions, where you can start today with our day, our shadow work day. And I'm going live tonight for another card pull. So
Yeah. Make sure that you're there.
so
So let's round it up. So I have to go somewhere, so I'm busy. I'm really looking forward to the holiday season, so that I can take my
yes.
foot from the gas, because it has been a wild run. I'm very busy with my practice. Writing, starting up Mystery Channel, and all that. But it's great. It's great, but I'm like, whew, it's
Yeah.
it's a hell of a task. So now I
Oh,
have to run, but round it up. Be there the 13th of December. Uh, the 13th of December. Make sure you are there, but also realize you can really give a very special gift to someone, uh, taking them along with you. So
yes.
don't give the same socks on the Christmas tree, that
Yeah.
uh, coupons for Amazon or whatever.
Yeah.
Give something of real value that will last forever. That's
Yes.
all I have to say. Make sure you're there. Have a
Yeah.
great day.
And all the information's in the description of this. So we're everywhere.